Hi, welcome to this week's vlog. This is gonna be just like a mood reading vlog, pretty much. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 books written down, so I can kind of like pick through them of what I want to read. I'm not gonna hold myself to it very strictly. I'm not in a reading slump. It's more of like kind of what I've been picking up is just not interesting me. It's not catching my attention. I don't know. So I'm just gonna read whatever I want to read, and I cannot figure out, do I want to read Married to the Alien Mountain Man or Incognizant Desires? Because I heard Incognizant Desires is a dark mafia romance, like reverse harem romance, I think it's what it said. I can't remember. So it's between the two. I think I just need something really funny, so I might just pick up Married to the Alien Mountain because I could finish that today. I could start it, finish it today. But yeah, so today is still Sunday. I just finished my last vlog right now. And last week's vlog wasn't great in reading wise, so I really want to pick up a lot of good books. So I'm probably gonna read Married to the Alien Mountain Man today. Yeah, probably. I don't know. We're just gonna wing it. I have been realizing if I have more books like during the week, like I kind of like am looking at like 5 or 6 books, I just pick between those are the ones that I'm really looking forward to, and then I just mood read them at like while like during the week, and I'm doing better doing that than trying to be like only 2 or 3 books. If I give myself more of an option of what to pick, I do better. So I'm gonna go read. I need to edit a video too. But today's a very slow day. It's Sunday. Me and my husband are not feeling great. I did not go to bed until like almost 2:30 in the morning. And there was a lot of stuff that was going on. So it wasn't like I couldn't sleep. It's that things were happening that were not great. I had to help a friend out. She had some problems with her house. So me and her sister ran to her house and helped her for a little bit. And I didn't get home until like 1:30 in the morning. And I just ate something real quick and then I went to bed. But yeah, so I'm going to probably edit a video first and then I'm gonna read. We'll see what happens, but I'm just feeling very just chill. I just want to be comfy cozy. I know yesterday was like 105 where I'm at, and today it's supposed to be the high 90s, but I'm like, I have no desire to go outside today. None, no desire at all. So I'm gonna go edit and I'm gonna go read and I'll check back in. I'm hoping I can check back in when this is at like 50% because I do forget to check in at 50%. And I don't want to just finish the book and not give you my thoughts halfway through. So I'm going to come back, hopefully, at 50%.
Good morning. So I want to do a quick update. My kids right now are kind of playing in this room, so I hope the mic doesn't pick it up. Last night, which I've been thinking about it, I think I'm starting to turn my husband into a reader, which I would really like to. We're trying to read the Harry Potter books, which, mind you, I love Harry Potter, but I've never read the books. He's read the books a long time ago. So last night, we finished Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And he's the one at night being like, hey, can we read a chapter? Can we read a chapter? Because I always read before bed, but I don't read a chapter of the book unless he does. I did finish it. He was falling asleep, so he stopped mid-chapter. So this morning, he immediately picked it up and just started reading it. And I didn't even say anything. I was like, you're just going to read it? And he just goes, yeah. And just picked it up, started reading. I was like, okay. But I did like it. There were a lot of things that were quite different from the movie, which I was surprised. And every time we would read it, he'd be like, wait, that's what happened in the book? Like, it's different than the movie. And we were just very intrigued. I did really like it. I'm giving it 5 stars, mainly because of nostalgia, because I like how it's different from the movie. And it doesn't bother me that it's different, and it was kind of like quirky. So I'm giving it 5 stars. So I did already grab Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. That'll be our next one that we'll read together. So yeah, I'm excited to finally finish the Sorcerer's Stone, because I think we've been trying to read that for like a year. Like, he, for a long time, just did not want to read it. And it's been like the last week. He's like, no, I really want to read it. I really want to read and finish all these books. So we need to buckle down. I'm like, okay. So then after I finished that, I continued reading Married to the Alien Mountain Man by Ursa Dax. I'm on chapter 10, page 87. I am 35% of the way through. It's only a 250 page book. I really thought I would read a lot more yesterday, but I ended up doing a lot of other things and lost track of time. So today I was planning on cleaning and getting all this stuff done. And this morning my stomach was starting to hurt. And I was like, oh no, Tia Maria's coming to town. And she did. She came early. So, because I barely ovulated last week, I ovulated less than a week ago. So my system is all messed up right now, which that's very common when you have endometriosis. And mind you, I'm getting my bangs trimmed today. Can you tell that they need a cut? So I kind of have to. So I'm getting them trimmed in less than an hour. So yeah, I want to. I was planning on doing like an hour of cleaning, an hour of reading, like just to really get the house situated. I really want to dust. I really want to get stuff done. I haven't had the time. I really have been wanting to read to stay sane, but also the kids and everything. And it is hard to dust when the kids are home. So I was planning on like picking up the house for like a whole hour. And then when my son was taking a nap, pick a room to dust. Because my daughter's pretty good about sitting in her room. If I need to dust, my son doesn't get it. So, but I am cramping so bad already. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I'm probably going to be down for the count almost all day. So I'm trying to tell myself, because the more I move, the more it hurts. So I'm thinking, let's clean 15 minutes, read for 30. Sit down for 30 minutes with the heating pad, really relax for 30 minutes, but clean up, like pick up, maybe do one load of laundry, just 15 minutes. That's all I'm trying to make myself do. So when I get back from my trim, I'll at least make myself a cup of coffee, and then I'll probably sit for about 30 minutes because of walking around and everything. Sit for 30 minutes, and then I'll start cleaning for 15 minutes. Do just intervals of it so I don't push myself too hard, because I'm known to do that. And my husband yells at me every time. He goes, you know how you get. I'm like, I know, but I need to get stuff done. So I need to find a better way to get things done when I am in pain. Just little intervals of it, and if the 15 minutes or 30 minutes don't work, maybe clean for 15 and sit for 45, or sit for an hour and clean for 15 minutes. And also my daughter's gotten a lot better about helping me clean up. So I wonder if I could help her just help me pick up the house. Like, I'll vacuum, I'll do the dishes, I'll do laundry, but maybe just her pick up toys or something. I don't know. Just so when she knows I'm hurting, she will help me. So that's my plan for today, is try to get things clean, even though I'm in pain, and read. And I need to edit a video. I need to do a video. So maybe I can do that when my son's taking a nap. Sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a really good idea to me. So yeah. So I'm going to read. Well, I'm going to get my son ready. My son didn't want to get ready today. My daughter got ready immediately, but my son does not want to. Does not want to. So I'm going to try to see if he'll get ready, and then I'll get the day going. Okay, I just finished Married to the Alien Mountain Man by Ursa Dax. It's the most recent book she's come out with, and I know she's coming out with another one, but I don't know when. But I just finished it. It's barely 12 o'clock. I got my bangs trimmed, got home, I started some sourdough, and what? I only have my son. My daughter wanted to stay with my mom, but I told my mom whenever she wants to come home, I'll go get her. But yeah, so I just finished it right now. And I'm gonna give it, it feels like a 4-star book. I think because I was so excited of it being Oaken, I was like really expecting it to be like absolutely amazing. But it's not that I fell short. It's she's not the girl named Jaya. She's not a mail order bride. she was flying a ship. It was going down. She landed on that planet and she was told that she can get a part, but it'll take 2 weeks, but she can't be there unless she's married. So Oaken offers to be her husband. So it's just them being together for like literally 2 weeks. And, it's a romance. So, they end up together. And this one probably had the least amount of spice. I feel like each book, the spice is getting less and less in each one. And that was kind of what I was loving because the aliens don't know what to do. And so they're very confused. They're always asking questions. There's things that are happening that the women just start laughing and like it's funny. It's a funny, good time. There were some things that were mentioned, but I didn't know what he actually meant. But I do like this series and it's good like for like if you're in a reading slump, you need something quick. It's like 250 pages, something quick, funny, just easy to binge. Read these kinds of books. They're really funny, just short, sweet, perfect. So now let me look at my list and see what I have to read. No, that's not the app I want. Let's see. Right here. Okay. I'm either going to read The Graveyard Club or Wicked Reunion because Wicked Reunion can be an audiobook. And I do have a baby blanket I need to finish. I have 2 baby blankets I need to finish actually. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to give myself a minute to decide what I want to read. Maybe I'll look at the synopsis for Graveyard Club. I really want to do Incognizant Desires. I'll look at the synopsis for that and maybe for Wicked Reunion. I don't want to read A Curse Carved in Bone yet. I kind of want to read one of those 3. So I'm going to look at the synopsis of them and then I'll decide. Hi. So yesterday I didn't do a check-in because my cramps were extremely bad yesterday. They were so bad. I literally stayed in this bed with my heating pad, ibuprofen like every 4 hours. I could not handle. I did have a very hard time. Like my kids kept wanting me to do stuff. I would get up really quick. My daughter was extremely helpful, so it was nice. But I did not do a check-in on finishing. Oh man, what did I finish? Incognizant Desires by Aaliyah Rose. I think I talked to you guys about that. I really hope I did. But the description, because I got the 4th one for Book Funnel, so as an arc. And so I was like, okay, I'll read the first one and then go through. And it said it was like a dark mafia romance / reverse harem. So she's supposed to be with multiple men, but it's like a dark mafia romance. I read the first one. It's like 140 pages, which it's not on Kindle Unlimited. It's on Kindle, but I had to pay $3.99 for it. And I only gave it 2 stars. I didn't like it. I don't know if like the writing style is not for me, but it just felt like even in 140 pages, there was absolutely no character growth. It's about a girl that her dad dies. The opening scene is of her looking at her dad's casket. He's dead. She gets a letter from him about like, I'm sorry that you're going to figure out everything about my life this way, but this is how it has to be. And she's at the funeral and somehow she gets hurt. And then all of a sudden she wakes up. She's in a room with 3 men that she does not know who they are. She doesn't even know who she is. So it's the amnesia trope. And they're like trying to help her, but she's never seen these people before. Well, you do get at least 2 of the other guys' points of views, and not the third. And they're both attracted to her. The third one, he's not. But I'm just like so confused. I was genuinely confused the entire time. I was like, Kate, when is there going to be romance? Because I'm not seeing any of it. And at one point, they were together, but to me, it wasn't very consensual. So that's where the dark romance comes in. But like, I don't know. It wasn't for me. I like dark romance. I like dark mafia romances. And I like reverse harems, but obviously I don't like them together. So 2 stars. I wouldn't recommend this book because also, like, I like character growth in books. There was none. And mind you, Love in the Veil by Sarah Blue, 120 pages. There's so much character growth in those. This was 140 pages. There was nothing. I didn't feel attached to any of the characters. Not the girl, not any of the guys, none of them. I didn't care. At the end, I was like, I don't care if any of these people die. I don't care. One of them got hurt, and I was just like, oh well. Like, I had no care for any of these characters. I never had any attachment. So I'm not going to be finishing the series. I'm not going to read the 4th book on BookFunnel. I'm not going to read it. No. I was really hoping I would like it, but I didn't. So then yesterday, I have been craving to hold a book. I have not read an actual book in a very long time. I've read only on my Kindle. I'm trying so hard to get through my NetGalley and some of my Kindle books. So I just wanted to pick up a book. So I picked up A Curse Carved in Bone yesterday. I started it in the morning, and sometimes I had to stop a little bit. I kind of took little mini naps here and there with my kids in here watching TV and stuff. So I finished this just now. I only had a little bit over 150 pages left to read today, and this is a 398 page book, and I only had 150 pages left. So I don't want to give too much away because this is the second book to Saga of the Unfated. It's the end of the duology. This was so good. I reread A Fate Inked in Blood. I just reread it last month, and I loved it way more the second time than the first time. I absolutely loved it. I read this one just in 2 days. I started it yesterday morning. I finished it today. And I'm giving it 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book to no end. It was action the entire time. And he is down bad for her. And she's not even making him grovel. He's just groveling of his own accord. And it's just action and action and action. And him just confessing his love for her. And she's not asking for it. And he's so down bad. And she's just like, but I need to help everybody. And the things that happened in this book, there was only one thing I guessed it happened, but it was so minimal. So it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't guess any of this book. I would not have thought any of that would have happened in this book. And I didn't read any synopsis. So I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen. I just knew the first book was very good and I wanted to finish it. This is like a god tier duology for me. I know a lot of people don't like Norse mythology, and the romance in here is very minimal. Very minimal. I think they're together two times throughout the entire book. Only 2 times. But I loved it. So you're following Freya. She has okay, so I don't want to give away the first book. So she has god blood in her, and so does Bjorn. He can wield a fire axe. So it's like the god tier. She is the goddess Hlyn, and she's the shield maiden. So in the first book, she is used by somebody to bring everybody, the Scalanders, together. Oh my god, that guy drove me absolutely crazy. Well, in this one, she's not trying to get them together, but she's with somebody. She's being taken by somebody, and he's trying to pretty much use her, but she doesn't realize he's trying to use her. She doesn't know. But Bjorn used to trust this person, and now he's like, okay, something isn't right. Something is wrong about what's going on, and he's noticing something ain't right. And so he's telling her, but she's just like, you're being ridiculous. You're just saying this just so I can forgive you again and all that. And I'm like, I mean, I can see where she's coming from. But the action, I mean, there was so much action in this, the whole time. It's action. It's something is happening. They're learning something the entire time. There's never a dull moment in this book. And I absolutely loved it to no end. And I loved the God representation and everything. Like everything was just so good. The Norse mythology with the gods, and like there's one girl, she's the daughter of Thor. There's one that, oh, what is the name? Briar? I think it's Briar, and she like makes a song, and when she makes a song of something, then you can see it vividly in your mind of what actually happened, stuff like that. So I did thoroughly enjoy this. I really liked it, and I do highly recommend this. So now since I just finished that, I do have a few things I want to do. I've already had my cramps today a while ago, so I took medicine. It did kick in finally. So I'm going to try and record right now my review of May, because I was going to do that yesterday, but I was in so much pain I could barely even sit up. I was literally laying on my side with pillows everywhere, with my heating pad, with my book, and my kids were just sitting here. I felt so bad because I just could not get anything done. So I'm hoping to record that and maybe get some cleaning done, like one load of laundry, one thing of dishes. That's it. I'm not pushing myself today, because when I do, I make it worse. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to start Wicked Reunion by Michelle A. Valentine. It says on there, because I got it on Kindle, but it has like the little headphone thing saying that it's like also an audiobook with it. I don't know, because if it is, then I'll always do the laundry and like the dishes while listening. I'm not an audiobook person. I'm really not, because my kids, they always come up and I always have to stop it, and then I forget where I am, or I forget to stop it, and then I'm not paying attention. And I prefer actual physical reading. I think audiobooks are great. I just don't use them like to the fullest, because I get too distracted. So I'm going to start that, possibly. I'm going to see if it really is an audiobook thing too with it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I did get it for free on Kindle Unlimited, because there's only 2 books left of that series, and I really want to read the next one soon. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to go and I will come back with an update. I'm trying to do 50% updates, but it just hasn't been happening this week, because the pain that I'm going through is just hard to function. So when I'm doing okay, I need to make sure to get things done. So it's kind of been utterly chaotic in my household. But yeah, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to get some things done, and I'll come back with an update when I'm at least at 50% of Wicked Love. Hey, so I just got back from Target. My mom picked up the kids, so I had to go get a few things. My cousin's bridal shower, they made her do like a dressing, and they gave us the recipe, and I love it, and my husband does too. So I had to go get some of the stuff for it. And I also wanted to make like a Caesar dressing. Target does not have anchovies, so I can't make a Caesar dressing. So I'm gonna make the same one that they made there. So I needed lemons, and also I have a friend that wants bread, so she's gonna come pick it up tomorrow. So I needed more bread flour. I have enough for my bread, and maybe one more, and then I'm probably not gonna have enough. So I want to always have a bag like ready. So then I got my cereal, which I'm an old person. I'm obsessed with Raisin Bran. I got 2. It was 2 for $9, so they're $4.50, and they were originally $5.50. So I mean, I got $1 off technically a box, and I can go through one box in like 3 days. I have a cast iron that rusted, so I had to get some of the scoring thingies. I don't know. I did get Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry. I love the edging, and it had the 30% off the price, plus if I used my card, which I did, so I got 35% off. So I think I paid like $24 for the book. That's not bad. I need it. We call it the W sauce, because I don't attempt to say that, because I never get it right, because I'm out. I got pecans. My husband likes some banana bread with pecans, and I'm gonna have bananas that are ready soon to make banana bread, so I had to get pecans. And the little bag of like them chopped already is almost $4. This was $12. I'm just chopping myself. I needed more deodorant. This is the only one I've used. I've used this one since high school, so over 12 years I've used this. It's the only thing that works for me. I have tried everything. And then for Vegas, I already got the dress tape. So it took me forever to find that in Target. It told me the aisle, and it's where all the bras and underwear are at, but none of it's labeled. So I didn't know where it was, and it was on the wall, but I didn't realize you could actually zoom in and it could show you on a map exactly where it is. It says it was like in a middle thing. It was on a wall. So yeah, it took a little while. Let me see. $23. The book was $23. That's not bad. So I'm gonna go put everything away, and then I'm gonna give you guys a book update of The Graveyard Club by H.K.M. Harrell. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but I'm gonna go put this all away, and then I'll give you a book update. Hey, so I just ate. It's already like 2:00. I've been eating at odd times. I'm very full. Lately, I've been eating around this time, and then I don't even eat dinner. So I don't know what's going on, but I wanted to do an update on the book that I was reading yesterday. I read 2 chapters. I was sitting in the bath reading 2 chapters, and the very first like 2 pages, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm really into it. Then I started getting frustrated, like really frustrated. They use the word slave multiple times on like every page. And I was like, okay. And it's like the time of like carriages, horse-drawn carriages, all that stuff. And the main girl is colored, and she's 14 years old. And I think also too, I don't think she ever ages throughout the book. I think she stays 14. I don't know why she has to be 14 in this storyline. I feel like even if she was 17, 18, it would have made sense. But she's like very sure of herself. There's like white girls calling her a slave and all that. And she's like, no. And she's just in their faces. And I'm like, okay, that's a little much for me. And the people around her are also like, oh no, I'm her slave. And it's like a white friend. And everybody else is like really confused. And I'm like, okay, we're throwing that around a lot. And it's like literally slave is on like 2 to 3 times every single page when I'm flipping through. And I'm like, and I have my font a little bit larger. And I was like, okay, this is a lot. And then the second chapter was very long, very long. But there was like 15 breaks. It was like it would just talk a little bit, like a few little paragraphs, and it'll have a break, and then it would continue on with the scene, but it would just change it just a little bit, and it just kept a break, a break, a break, a break. And I was like, why are there so many breaks? Why isn't it just going from one thing to another? Like, what is going on? It just didn't feel like it was concise. It felt choppy. I was having a very hard time. And then the start of chapter 3 is her going over who her friends are and why they're friends. And I was like, I've met them already in the first 2 chapters, and they talk a lot. And then all of a sudden, now we're getting the backstory. I went, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I didn't go further. I can't. I am so frustrated. I that writing style is not for me. I don't like it's almost like I went back in time, like about how they became friends and explained why he's named the way he is. And I'm like, dude, like I don't like this. Like, shouldn't you introduce them like, oh, this is my friend in the very first chapter, explain how you're friends, instead of setting up the story and then all of a sudden going back to their actual like friendship. Like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I DNF'd it. I can't do it. And I don't like the fact that she's 14. Why does she have to be 14? Why couldn't she be older? I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be a middle grade book, because if it is a middle grade book, I would not let my daughter read this. And I would let her read it in high school, but middle grade, no. That did way too much of the slave reference. And there was once or twice they used the N-word, and I did not like that. I was like, I just don't like how brash it is. Like, yes, I understand, like, a lot of people say that, and they're using it in this form as an insult, not between, just 2 colored people, calling themselves that. it is meant to be an insult. It is very brash. It is very mean. And I was like, this is just a little too much. A little too much. So her dad's like a necromancer, and he's trying to bring back this guy from the dead just because they want to know where all the money is. The wife wants to know where the money is because the husband hid it. So he tells them, and there's a priest there, and he gets the book that the dad is holding, because there's like a creature glow, it's like a gold dragonfly or something like that. It comes out of the book, it brings the guy back, and then the thing leaves the body to go back to the book, but the priest grabs the book and closed the book. And so the gold dragonfly attacked the priest and he almost died. And a doctor came and he's like, well, now I have to saw off his arm. And he blames the father. And I'm like, this is just crazy. I can't. I just can't. So it's DNF'd. I didn't like a single thing about it. I didn't like the writing style. I didn't like the plot. The way it was written, I don't like any of it. I couldn't do it. So then I looked through some of my NetGalley books and I found Without Words by May Thorne. It only has like 7 reviews, and right now it's at like a 3.62 rating on Goodreads. It says, enter the world of witches and lose your pound of flesh. Cassandra Poole loses her hearing when an alluring stranger touches her in her family's apothecary. With her laws, she gains the ability to detect witches, but she will stop at nothing to find a cure, even if it means turning over other witches to the witch hunter, Lord Lime. Nico Moore, the stranger, has powerful empathic abilities. He wants witches to remain free to cherish their abilities, but he must stand against the woman he has fallen for or risk betraying his fellow witches. Cassandra must choose who to trust, risking more than her hearing, but also her humanity. It seems very interesting. I'm not a big witchy, like I like magic and all that, but I'm not big into witches. I'm very big into vampires, shifters, reverse harem type of situations, like that kind of stuff. And like, I mean, I read Earhart Academy. They're not technically witches, but they have a magical ability, but they're not a witch. I'm not a big witch. Like, I don't look for books that have witches. I don't do that. I just never have. But this does seem interesting. I don't like the cover. I don't understand the color scheme. I don't know what it even is. I don't like it. I'm thinking Without Words, like where the middle of it is, the circle, it looks kind of like a maze. But everything else around it, it just doesn't, I don't like it. I don't like the colors. It kind of looks like messy. Like, I think it's just because of the colors that are together. It just makes the colors look dirty, and I don't like it. But I'm hoping when they actually like publish this book, they change the cover. I don't know, but it's 265 pages, so I should be able to finish that pretty quick. I haven't started it yet. I've been trying to get a lot of things done today. My daughter woke me up pretty early. She had an accident, so I need to wash her sheets still. Um, I've been trying to just catch up on things around the house, and I just cannot get it together. The good thing is yes, Tia Maria is still here, but I haven't been cramping today. So, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I can get stuff done. Like, I'm really feeling the urge to just get a crap ton of stuff done. I just haven't done that yet. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, which I have to voice it because otherwise it's not going to get done. I think what I'm going to do, because I have towels in the dryer, I'm going to get the towels out, but I'm going to get her sheets going. Just so tonight she'll have sheets on her bed. And then while that's washing, after I do the towels, I'm going to get the, oh no, I'll do that tonight. I'll get the sourdough started tonight. I'll make 2 loaves, just two. And then I think I'm just going to sit and read after that. I don't want to push myself too much and then make myself get into cramps. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit and then sit. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm feeling very, like, I want to get a lot of stuff done, but my brain is like, it's having a hard time making a decision right now. So in order for me to figure out what I want to do, I have to talk to myself, because otherwise nothing will get done, because I won't know what I need to do. I can write it down, but saying it, yeah, it works. So I'm going to go do something, and then we'll see where the day takes us. Okay, guys. So I know this is a weird angle. I already know, but kind of struggling with reading. Yesterday I didn't read anything, which that hasn't happened in a long time. Like, I usually at least pick up a book and read like a chapter. Yesterday, mentally not great. I think my periods got me good this time. So, well, it gets me good every time, but it's usually in the beginning, not towards the end of it. So, yeah, so I didn't do a check-in yesterday because I never read anything. But I have my tablet, which, how far am I into this book? Let me see. It's Without Words by May Thorne. I'm 19% of the way through. Whoa, we're good. 19% of the way through. I think it's like chapter 6 or 7. I don't know. But I'm so bored. I am so bored. Like, I don't care about picking up this book at all. Like, I just don't care. So, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do. I don't care about the characters. But it's like, I'm not even in the plot yet, but it's like, I just don't care to pick it up. I'm going to keep trying. If not, I'm just going to pick up a book off my shelf. That's what I was going to do, but I was like, I want to try to read one more Kindle book, because what I was planning on doing was next week doing Kindle books and just trying to read a bunch of Kindle books and be good to go. And then the week after, I was going to try to continue series, but all my continue series books are like physical books, like almost every single one. And I was looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh, I need to flip it, because not this coming up week, but the next week, we're going to a wedding that's 6 hours away. So I don't want to lug books around with me. So I need my Kindle. So I'm going to switch my videos for this month. I have them in order. If I don't have them in order and I'm not organized, I get very stressed. So now that I know that, like, I don't want to take books with me. Like, maybe one or two, but I don't want a crap ton of books with me, because I don't know what I'm going to read. So I'd rather just have them all on my Kindle. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But either that, or I'll grab a book from my bookshelf, one that's not on my TBR. All the books that I have written down for continuing series, they're all on my TBR, all of them. So we're going to get to them. And there's one that I really want to read, and I kind of want to read it so then I can give it to my mom already. So when we do go on this trip, if she wants to take it with her, she can, because she'll finish it quick. But I don't know. But yeah, today's Saturday. My cousin graduated from 8th grade, so we went this morning. That was fun. It was really cute. There was a lot of people. It was nice weather, and my cousin, her brother, a bird shit on him, on his hand before everything started. So his grandma gave him a napkin, and then my sister had a bouquet for my cousin, and it had hand sanitizer in it. And he's like, "Can I like spray that on my hand real quick?" And my sister's like, "Why?" He did it. And he's like, "A bird just shit on my hand." And my sister's like, "Oh, well, at least it's good luck." Oh my God, it was funny. But yeah, so I finished cleaning the entire house. Oh, here comes a kid. Oh, your baby had surgery? Woody had surgery? Okay. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to stay in here and try to read some more of this book and hope it starts to grab my attention. It's like 256 pages, and I've read 50 pages, which that's the only thing I don't like about NetGalley is that it doesn't have a page count. So I do the math and I just range it. But that's the only thing about NetGalley is that you don't get the page count. You only get the location, like percentage. So it says on here, it'll take me about 4 hours to finish this book. I mean, if I really wanted to, because it's only like 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna make some sourdough bread tonight. I had a friend that she saw that I made sourdough bread, so she asked if she could have one. So she bought one for me. So I'm gonna make one for myself because me and my husband already finished my loaf, and I think I made the one that we finished today. I think I made it on Monday. So I'm like, I need to make bread. My daughter wants a slice of bread almost every single day. My husband and I all eat a slice of this bread like every single day. And now, because like I got Laughing Cow cheese, it's like it had 4 of them at Costco for $6 when you can get like one of them for $6 at the grocery store. So I bought all 4. We've already gone through 1.5 of them. And me and my husband, oh, they're so good. But yeah, I'm going to read. And I have ambiance on the TV. And I'm just going to sit here and read. I'm going to try to read as much of this book as possible, but it's just really not grabbing my attention. I don't know. I'm getting very distracted. I'm having a very hard time wanting to read it because then like I'm just staring at the page and I'm just thinking about something else and I forget that I'm reading. So yeah, I'm going to try to read. We'll see how it goes. Hey, so today's Sunday and here it is. I'm for my straight iron. I'm not gonna get fully ready. I'm just gonna at least straighten out my bangs and bump my hair up. But I don't really have any plans for the day. Not really doing much, but I do have some book updates. I was trying to read Without Words by May Thorne. I literally fell asleep. Yeah, I really did try. I cannot I was already at 29% and I'm like, and nothing is happening. Nothing is going on. So I was so bored. I was so bored. So I DNF'd it. I got to like 29% or something. After I updated you yesterday, I read like 10 pages and fell asleep. And then I tried to read and I just could not focus. It's not grabbing my attention. And so I thought, because I've been DNFing a lot of books this week, more than normal. And I thought, man, is it me? Like, am I going through a book slump? Because I've never actually been through a book slump, really. Yeah, I'm not going through a book slump. Yesterday, which, mind you, I have my books on my TBR that literally are just staring right at me. I was going to pick one of them up, and I grabbed it, and I sat down by my bookshelf, and there's a book on my shelf. And I kept staring at it, and I'm like, it was literally like staring back at me. So I picked that book up, which is Night Ascending. There we go. Because I was going to say Awakened, but that's another book in the series. It's Night Ascending, which is the first book of the Black Veil University by B.M. Clempton. I think that's how you say the last name. I read this book series a very, very long time ago. I think this one came out in 2020, and I think I read all of them like back to back within just a few days because like the book was 268 pages long. I don't know. Last night when I went to sleep, I read No, it was 286 pages long because last night I read all the way up to 168, and I stayed up until 11:30. I couldn't sleep. It was so good to be back in that world. And then this morning I finished it. I woke up at 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. So I just got up and just started reading and finished it. It was so good. I gave it 5 stars, of course. I loved it the first time, and I'm loving it the second time. And like, I remember certain things from the series, but I don't remember when it happens. It's just like my Experiment in Terror series. I know what happens, but I don't know when it happens within the books. So this first one, it's about this girl. Shoot, what's her name? Danica, and she goes by Danny. And I thought of Crescent City because the main girl, Bryce, her friend is Danny, I think. I'm pretty sure. And obviously, I'm not even gonna do makeup today. I'm just gonna put glasses on, and this is me getting ready today. But yeah, so I'm gonna need to put on sunscreen at least. Let's be smart. Put a little sunscreen on. You should always put your sunscreen. Anyways, so she's training with her uncle in the very beginning. Oh shoot. And she's a witch that lives in a wolf pack community type of situation. And she's like best friends with the alpha son. They've always been best friends. Like, they've been inseparable because her aunt and her 2 husbands, they are the ones that take her in when she's 8 because her mom like either gave her up or she died. It's not really specified. I think she died. I think so. I don't remember because in this one they don't specifically say she's dead. They specifically say that she left her at the hospital and called them to get her, type of situation, when she was 8 years old. So now she's 18 and she's going to college. And her uncles and aunt are very nervous because she was kidnapped, abducted, whatever, by a friend named Joshua. Yeah, Joshua. He used to be friends with her, and also Remington, which is the alpha son. But Remington never really liked Joshua, and he didn't like how he acted around Danny. So he ends up taking her, he abducts her, and it's pretty sad. And like, she starts like opening up about it more like throughout the book. But like, she's like on a date with somebody, very first time ever being on a date, and her Remington can't get a hold of her, and her family can't get a hold of her, so they're starting to drive over because they're scared that she's been taken again or whatever. And she just had her phone on silent, so they're very nervous with her. They're very cautious with her, and she does have very bad nightmares, and it's sad. It's really sad. And she gets to the college that her and Remington are supposed to go to, but Remington is with his dad. They're supposed to have like meetings or something with other packs, but it's really just them trying to get him to meet women, because supposedly the alpha has to be with multiple women to fulfill his needs. I think that's bogus, but whatever. And he just doesn't care. He doesn't want to be there. We do get his point of view a little bit, not too much, but I do like it's multiple POVs. So this is a reverse harem. And I know in the end, I think it's 7 men. I think it's 7. But in this one, she magically on accident like forms a bond with somebody, and they don't understand how she's doing that, because you have to actually like, it's almost like a whole marriage thing. Like, you have to have a contract, and it's like like a whole ritual and everything. And she just touches you, makes a bond, and she doesn't know how she's doing it, and they don't know. So she forms a bond with somebody, Daxton, but they call him Dax. And he's quiet, reserved, and he's trying to figure out how that happened, but they're spending a lot of time together. They're full on saying that they're dating, like they're spending a lot of time together. And then she accidentally forms two more bonds, like within the span of an hour. And Dax is like, "How did you do that?" She goes, "I don't know." And he was standing right there for one of them. And the other guys are like, "Wait, what's going on?" And but they're also getting very attached to her also. And then there's one guy named Gabriel. He's a Grim Reaper. And I think he knows who she is, but he doesn't want to believe it's her. So yeah, he calls her Violet because her eyes are violet, like they're like a purple color. And Gabriel and Daxton and Zane is a dragon. And then there's Roran. I don't know how to say his name. Roran. I think that's his name. He is a gargoyle. And like he's a person and turns into a gargoyle. That was a concept I've never heard of until this book years ago. And all of them have trauma. And they talk about it a little bit in the book, but not enough to really tell you. And also, I don't want to spoil everything. But yeah, there's a lot of shit goes down the last few chapters. It's kind of chaotic, but it gets really sad. Like, Warren is on the football team, and something really bad happens to where Danny just flips out. The guys flip their lids, they lose it. And that, I think the next one in the beginning, I think it was that she has to explain everything. But in the very, very end, Danny gets, not Danny, Dax gets very upset. And I understand why, but it's like, she's also part of this world. And in this, like, poly relationships are very common. Like, it's almost everybody is. Yes, he has magic, but he was raised as like a human, so he's not used to it and he doesn't really want to share, but he's going to have to, and he's not really okay with that. And Remington did something behind Danny's back and she is livid. Livid. And I'm like, I don't blame you. But yeah, 5 stars. I gave it 2 chilies because it's not bad yet. This, it's gonna get bad. I already know. I loved it the first time. I'm loving it the second time. I can't get enough. I want to keep reading, so I put the next one in my cart. I'm like, I have to read it soon. And then also because they're all pretty short. I mean, I started it yesterday around 4. I finished it this morning at like 5:30. So, I mean, I read it from 4 to about 11:30, but like I have the kids, you have to stop every now and then, everything, and dinner and all that. And then this morning I woke up at 4 and I just went and sat down and read for an hour and a half. I read like 95 pages in an hour and a half. That's not bad. So, I those ones are really fast reads for me. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I forgot. I got to grab my little book. I got to do my wrap up of everything I read this week. So, I will be back. Okay, so I realized when I grabbed my book, I didn't need my book. I just need my tablet, and it's right here. I've been watching YouTube videos. So I did read Married to the Alien Mountain Man by Ursa Dax, which is the 5th book of the mail order. Oh, I do need my book then. Cowboy Colony Mail Order Bride series. I gave that one 4 stars. That one I think was my least favorite. I don't know if it's because I was just so excited for his, and then he didn't even really get like a mail order bride. Because Jaya, she crash landed pretty much on their planet, and so for her to stay there to wait for the part that she needs to be married. So it's kind of like a marriage of convenience situation and a forced proximity. So it was good. It just this one, I think, because the first ones, the other aliens don't know humans, so they're even more confused by humans. But Oaken like really studied the book, and he's been around a lot of the other humans, so he knows what a lot of the humans are meaning, saying, all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't as confusing or like misinterpretation of stuff, because that's what was like so funny, was that these alien guys had no idea what these girls were meaning about certain things, and so they were always just so confused. So I gave that one 4 stars. And then I read Incognizant Desires, and I gave that one 2 stars. I'm not continuing with that series. It's like a mafia romance, but like she's got the amnesia. It's the amnesia trope, and there's 2 of the 3 guys, which I'm surprised that the 3rd guy's even mentioned in the synopsis because he's gay. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. I just didn't like it. I did not feel anything between any of them. There was kind of like non-con in there a little bit. I wasn't a big fan of that book, and I can't. Catalina drove me crazy. Luca drove me crazy. I like Nico and Atlas, but I did not like Luca. I was like, no, I can't do this. So I'm not continuing with that series. And then I did try to read Wicked Reunion. DNF'd it. Couldn't do it. It is second chance romance, but I was doing an audiobook because I was trying to get some stuff done. And I'm not a big audiobook person, but I don't like second chance romance. I don't like dual timeline like then and now. And it did it so much. And I was into chapter 10 and I still didn't know anything. I was like, I can't do this. So I stopped it. So then I also got rid of the next book, Wicked Love. I was like, I'm just going to be done with that series. I'm not doing it. And then I read A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. It's the last book of the duology of the Saga of the Unfated. I gave that one 5 stars. I loved this one so much. There was so much action the whole time, and the magic and everything. And it just was so good. And Bjorn was like groveling without her even wanting him to grovel. And I was like, you should, because what you did was messed up. What he did was so wrong. Oh my god, he made me so mad, but I really like that book. And Freya, she's a badass. I really liked her, and she's not trying to be a badass. It's that she knows that she's the only one that can fix it, but she's not trying to be like, oh well, I need to be the one to do it. No, it's you are the only one that can, kind of a situation. But there's a lot of betrayal in here and conniving and everything, and it's just, it was good. It was very good. It's Norse mythology, has the gods, and man, there was a lot of things that happened that I was not prepared for, and it was very well worth reading. So I do recommend that duology if you like Norse mythology and all that kind of stuff. I would read it. Well, then I tried to read The Graveyard Club. I can't think of the name of the author. DNF'd it. I think that they're only supposed to be 14 years old, and a lot of slave talk. I did not like that. I know that's how it was, but this is like, it was just too much. It was like written multiple times on a page, and it was and this, and I was just like, I can't do this. And I just think also too, they're 14. Why couldn't they be, 17, 18? Like, why do they have to be 14? It just felt kind of young, and for it to be that hard, I was like, I really did try. And I didn't like that we were in the story, and then all of a sudden it jumped back to how she became friends with the other main characters. Shouldn't that have been in the beginning whenever we got introduced? Why are we jumping back on like the 4th chapter to figure out about characters? I didn't like that. So I DNF that. And then Without Words by May Thorne, I also DNF that. I just went over it. And then I started and finished Night Ascending, the first book of the Black Veil University by B.M. Clempton. 5-star book. Love it. Cannot wait to read the next one. But yeah, so that is my vlog for the week. I'm going to end it now, and I'm going to just start my new one soon. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do read any of these books, or if you have read any of these books, leave a comment down below. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.